They ran out of stuff to normalize. Is it time for a more subtle view on the ultimate taboo, cannibalism? Listen, you might.
Is this the same?
Before you get on your high horse.
Is this the same guy who wanted to fuck the animals too?
I hope so.
Is this that same guy, Peter Singer?
Everyone's like, let's see, who is this by? Yeah, everyone's like, you got to stop talking about. This is by. Oh, this one. They don't put a name on these.
Nobody wants to be named. Yeah.
Unnamed author.
Cannibal Collective.
Cannibal Collector's unnamed author. Didn't want his name attached to this bad boy.
All right, fair enough.
So it could be Peter Singer. It's like, you told me you didn't. You told me what not to talk about. You didn't tell me what I should talk about.
Yeah, he's like, look, we eat dogs.
Ethically, cannibalism poses fewer issues than you might imagine. If a body can be bequeathed with medical consent to science, why can't it be left to feed the hungry? So, really good news, homeless people.
Your worst nightmares have come true. I mean, I think we figured out food. I think the reason why we don't is because that's the absolute like if the people were starving, maybe that would be an option.
No, I think that there's some homeless people, and you go, listen, you don't have to beg anymore. This whole, standing outside with your coin, standing outside with your cup looking for money.
Yeah.
Really good news.
Yeah.
Do you remember your friend?
Yeah. Good news and bad news. Remember your buddy Ray? He's not with us anymore. The good news is he's delicious.
The good news is
we had Mario Batali prepare him 4 different ways.
He makes an incredible casserole. That's such a crazy solution. So they have a couple different angles. The first angle is they're kind of like, there's a lot of people hungry out there. And
yeah,
imagine
we figured out better solutions.
So if they go to the food bank, you go, listen, these food banks, you know how much it costs to get when we have a morgue full of what I would describe as food.
Food, yeah, technically.
So that's one of the first reasons. I think obviously one of the things is that it's not good for you to eat humans. I don't think.
I don't know. I do wonder if it is bad, like, because they say like organ meats are the best ones. Like, is it good to eat a human heart? Like,
I'm not eating any organ meat, but you probably have some fucking organ meat.
Is that the most nutrient dense shit, is to eat a human heart?
Perhaps it is down to the fact that it is culturally ingrained with roots in early modern colonialism. So that's going to be real bad if you get called a colonialist because you don't want to eat a fucking guy. When racist stereotypes of the cannibal were concocted to justify subjugation. So I don't know if okay. That's not a bad way. I think you could probably convince a certain subsector of college chick girls that the reason they're not eating their buddies.
Well, they're not. It's their grandmas and stuff.
And you're not eating. Yeah, you're not eating fresh meat. You're eating probably old people.
Well, I think that's a good point too. Because you don't want to eat old people.
I don't want to eat old people.
That's not good meat. That's just not.
You can take that quote to the bank, my friend.
That's objectively just not good meat from the olds.
Perhaps it's down to the fact it is culturally ingrained with roots into early modern colonialism. Like it or not, then cannibalism is an important part of our history. Understanding its deep roots might shift our perspective on the few cultures that still practice cannibalism today. This is the ultimate of, that's their culture.
Is this a part of our culture?
Well, do you have to do that with Jeffrey Dahmer? Who's the famous people that ate people?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hannibal. Yeah, you have to be like,
is that part of, what culture is that part of? Like in our culture.
But they're saying some tribes in the forest.
Yeah, like in the Amazon or some shit.
They're kind of saying they do it and there's nothing wrong with that.
What was that movie in the 90s?
I mean, the guy
Alive?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
They referenced that as pretty sick.
Yeah, they had to. It was, they kind of.
Well, they're sort of saying they didn't have to. They had they were just kind of going back and forth.
Yeah. They would have been fine surviving on berries and snow, but they chose to eat their friends.
The guy who wrote this is a cannibal for sure. There's no question about that. At least he's thought about it. This is something he's interested in doing.
Hey, I mean, to each their own, I suppose.
Well, it's the same as the guy who's it's on the topic of you're writing an article about you write 40 articles about age of consent being fucking problematic.
Yeah.
You write 40 articles about how you should fuck your cousin, or you write articles about why you should be a cannibal. It's you have a genre that seems
you have interests as a person. Do you think there's any funeral home where they ever there's just one deranged funeral home somewhere where they just take a taste?
I do think so.
That's I would say
not that they take a taste. I would say there's one deranged arranged funeral guy that has like a link where he's selling it to the other guy.
Yeah. Oh, like he's the plug.
Well, I think he sells it and he goes, "You can fuck it or eat it. I don't care." It's whether you're.
Oh, you're not. He's not like selling sausage. It's not like already.
I think they have more an arrangement where they go, "Listen, I'm gonna leave you alone with the body.
Oh, like a Kill Bill.
I'm gonna come back in 50 minutes, and whatever happens, happens."
And there's just a bite out of the leg. How the fuck am I supposed to bury this guy? It's open casket.
Agori, a Hindu aesthetic sect in India, also did it to reach transcendence.
They don't eat cows. What are you talking about? They eat people?
They eat some fat women.
It's like they don't even eat cat. They're all like multi-vegetarians, aren't they?
I don't think you
with just an allowance for human meat.
I would really hate that if the apocalypse came and I had to fucking eat people, man. Obviously, if I was with you, I'd be good for a while, but I still hate that.
Ryan says he'd be good for a while, like he wouldn't be the first guy getting eaten. Ryan goes, yeah. So who we eating first?
Oh, Danny just sees me like a hot dog.
We're all just like on our fucking bibs. Yeah, look at you like a hot dog. Yeah, that would be if apocalypse happens, I'm just killing myself.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, and I will have no choice.
Yeah, but you don't know how to cook.
I know, but
I'll just probably put it in the fire.
Oh, that'd be okay, actually. I think that'd be okay.